Ensign, you're absolutely right. But you're also absolutely wrong.
George Takei, he started out, as we all know, as Sulu, the fierce and wonderful helmsman on the Starship Enterprise. But he's done much, much more than that, and he became a hero, which he is today, bringing attention to the internment of Japanese Americans in American concentration camps during World War II and fighting to make the world know about that. So George Takei is our guest tonight, and the audience is anticipating it with great excitement.
Notices were posted. All persons of Japanese descent were required to register.
It's been my mission in life to educate America, because there are so many Americans who have no idea something like what happened to Japanese Americans during the Second World War happened. We had nothing to do with Pearl Harbor, other than just look like this.
We knew that some among them were potentially dangerous, but no one knew what would happen among this concentrated population.
I was a child of 5, and I knew something alarming and terrorizing is happening. And one morning, my father came into the bedroom that I shared with my brother and said, "We're going to be moving." And suddenly, we saw 2 soldiers marching up our driveway. They carried rifles with shiny bayonets on them. Shiny bayonets. They stomped up the front porch stairs and came to the front door and began banging with their fists. We were petrified. My father came rushing out, and one of the 2 soldiers pointed the bayonet at our father. Can you imagine anything more terrifying than that? He came out with 2 suitcases, and we followed him out onto the driveway, waiting for my mother to come out. When she appeared, escorted by the other soldier, she had our baby sister in one arm, a huge duffel bag in the other, and tears were streaming down her cheeks. That I remember vividly.
Santa Anita Racetrack, for example, suddenly became a community of about 17,000 persons.
We were taken from our home to the horse stalls of Santa Anita Racetrack. Because the camps weren't built yet, we had to spend 4 months in a stench of horse manure. It was overpowering. There were insects skittering on the ground, flies buzzing. My mother kept saying, "It's so humiliating. It's so degrading. So degrading."
Why did you choose a children's book to tell this disturbing story?
That's the 3rd book I've written. In 1994, I published my autobiography, From Childhood to Post-Star Trek. And the first third of the book is about our imprisonment by our own government in barbed wire prison camps. In 2019, a graphic memoir just on the internment. The graphic memoir was targeting teenagers. And then with this, I targeted 2 generations. Daddy and Mommy reading to little Johnny and little Janie. And hopefully, Daddy and Mommy's curiosity would be piqued and they would do some research on their own.
Japanese fishermen had every opportunity to watch the movement of our ships. Japanese farmers were living close to vital aircraft plants.
Roosevelt signed on February 12, 1942, the Executive Order 9066, which ordered all Japanese Americans on the West Coast, 125,181 people rounded up and taken away. And I hear the same kind of racism that we were subjected to still today in the year 2024. And so the story of American democracy is very important to me, and it should be important to all Americans. And that's why I'm repeatedly telling this story.
You live long and prosper.
Yes.